Brought to you by Liberty Health Share, the Stark County Health Department, Ortho United, Canton Regency, and CareSource. Let's join the host of Health Week, Pam Cook.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to, believe it or not, day 5 of Health Week. So excited for all of the information that we've brought to you this week. It's been great. And of course, we're going to wrap things up with a lot of great information as well with our friends at CareSource. Need to tell you a little bit more about who they are, what they are, and actually what they do. So let us bring in Maurice Williams, who is the manager of community marketing with CareSource. How are you, sir?
I'm well this morning, Pam. How you doing?
Doing great. Glad to have you.
Great.
So let's just get a general idea of what CareSource is. People may have heard the name, but maybe you aren't sure exactly what CareSource does.
Okay. First of all, let me just start off by saying we thank you for having us on during Canton Health Week. We are very excited to share information about CareSource. CareSource is a nationally recognized nonprofit managed care organization that was established in 1989. Providing health care coverage to eligible low-income Ohioans, pregnant women, infant and children, older adults, and individuals with disabilities. CareSource is one of the largest Medicaid providers in the nation, serving a diverse population of 2 million members in Arkansas, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia. In addition to Medicaid, CareSource focuses on Medicare dual special needs plans and the health insurance marketplace program.
So how is this something that people are in need of? We talk about it, general kinds of help when it comes to, healthcare and things like that. But CareSource is something different. And certainly has a great mission. So explain maybe a little bit about, how that works.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you asking that question. CareSource really provides and offer comprehensive coverage to members with no copay for medical, behavioral health, dental, vision, pharmacy, and more. As a member of CareSource, you receive free transportation to medical appointments, pharmacies, grocery shopping, WIC and redetermination appointments as well. Members also could take advantage of telehealth via TeleDoc for members, which is available 24/7 at no cost to the member. They also can take part in the rewards and the wellness program, which provide incentives for them throughout the year, as well as take part in the life services and social support program, as well as receive care management and behavioral health and mental health services as well.
And maybe explain how, people can determine if they are eligible for CareSource. What group of people are we talking about here? We know that there are people that have some special kind of needs in their life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were going to get into that a little later in the program,
Okay.
But I'm glad you asked me that. We have a program, obviously, for individuals who are Medicaid eligible. Little to no income that's in need of health benefits, as well as individuals who are disabled, as you mentioned, have special needs. That's our Medicare D-SNP product, which they would be able to take advantage of, as well as individuals who are employed, but their employer may not offer benefits through their job. They could take advantage of the marketplace program that we offer.
So let's talk a little bit about you and how you got involved in this. What made this something that you wanted to be a part of?
Oh, well, I started my career off in social work, and I just enjoy helping the community, helping individuals. So when the opportunity came for me to be a part of CareSource, I was very honored to be a part of such a great company. Again, working with individuals, trying to help eliminate barriers to their health care and try to address some of the social determinants of health is where I really found comfort. And so really being a part of CareSource and an organization whose mission is to make a difference in the lives of others, it really sat at home with me, and I'm very excited to be a part of the organization.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that because when I went to the website, that is the mission, and I was, looking at all of the options. There's just so much there for folks. But how does that people when you talk about making a difference for people? How do you feel that's happening with CareSource?
Oh, well, I mean, when CareSource is an organization that meet people where they are. We get people from all demographics, all walks of life. And, to be able to meet someone and listen to a lot of the stories that we hear in the community and have programs that address the issues that they're faced with and work with them through our life services program to help eliminate a lot of those barriers is exciting. We are able to provide services for individuals from birth to our seniors. And so to have programs in place to address the issues at every phase of life is important. And so it's exciting to be a part of the organization. And every day you come to work, it's something different. And it's exciting. And so I've been here 15 years, and it's been an exciting ride, and I'm enjoying every moment.
Do you find that people say, I'm so glad I found you kind of thing?
Well, all the time. Again, I mean, you never know what an individual is dealing with. I mean, we all face barriers in life, and we all go through things. And so whenever you're in the community and someone sees your shirt or your badge that says CareSource, it's definitely a conversation piece. And individuals are asking questions. And again, to be able to have that information, whether they're dealing with health issues, whether they're dealing with a chronic illness issue, whether they're dealing with a housing issue or groceries, or, we have programs in place to address a lot of those issues. And so we're excited to be a part of the community and work with community partners to really make a difference.
And that's why we're here today, because we want to share all of that information and kind of give folks a really good idea of what CareSource is all about. CareSource.com, that's the website. And we are going to talk to several other folks about some things that that CareSource does, how it all works, the products, and all of those things. And we're going to have Marshawn Randall joining us. Danielle Shaw will be with us as well. And we'll talk more about CareSource again. The website is caresource.com. That's the best place to go to get all the information on how to contact folks and what they offer. But we're going to cover a lot of that here coming up. We will take our first break. And when we come back, hopefully we will have Danielle Shaw with us this morning so we can talk more about the products of CareSource. It is day 5 of Health Week right here on 1480 WHBC.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-626-9692. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-626-9692. That's 800-626-9692. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
I gotta get business cards printed for my entire staff, but where do I even?
That was easy.
Oh, okay, Staples. But can I have bigger stuff printed too, like huge signs and banners?
That was easy.
Nice. And what if I had to ship a package?
That was easy.
Have my passport photo taken?
That was easy.
Coffee and snacks?
That was easy.
What about the latest laptops?
That was
Earbuds
easy.
and headphones?
That was
Office
easy.
chairs?
That was easy.
I think I also need to get some Staples.
Seriously?
I had to ask.
For everything your business needs to get the job done.
Staples. That was easy.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime. We're not here to be the biggest. We're here to bring you something we believe is better. Our plans start at just $20. You'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is Health Week on 1480 WHBC. Now back to your host, Pam Cook.
And welcome back to Health Week on 1480 WHBC. Day 5 today. We are talking to the folks from CareSource, and we've had some a great kind of laying the groundwork for you. And it's been a good conversation with Maurice Williams. And now we're going to bring in Danielle Shaw, community marketing representative for CareSource. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. So glad to have you today. We have so much to talk about this morning. I want you to explain, first of all, a little bit about what you do with CareSource. Just kind of introduce yourself to our listeners.
Oh, okay. I am a community marketing representative for CareSource. I've been with them for 17 years now. And when I first started, we were just a Medicaid company, and I came in to bring a different product to CareSource. And so I've been doing that. Yes.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm in the community every day talking to people about their benefits or talking to them about how they can download the app and how they can join CareSource and things like that.
Okay, so let's talk about the products, the products that CareSource offers. I mean, you mentioned Medicaid. We can start with that, or Medicare.
Yes, we do offer Medicaid, and we're not just Medicaid anymore. So we also offer for the duals DSNP and MyCare Ohio. And we also offer a marketplace product for those who don't have insurance at work, or for those who are self-employed, they can get the marketplace now.
And how does all of this work? What kinds of things do you offer through Medicare and Medicaid and the marketplace?
Okay, so the marketplace is health insurance for those who want to go to the doctor and they know it's going to be costly, so they get insurance to help them pay for that. They can also get information from our 24-hour nurse advice line. They can also be going to have surgery or something like that. All of those things on the marketplace would be covered, the same as Medicaid or even Medicare. So they get doctor's office visits, they get hospitalization, they get lab and x-ray and all of those sort of things. It's full insurance.
And how do people know if they are eligible for the Medicaid, Medicare portion of the services that you offer?
Okay, for Medicaid, they just need to go and apply. So Medicaid is aid to those who find themselves in need. So anyone could be eligible for Medicaid. They go to medicaid.gov and they make an application. They can apply online. They can call the phone number and apply over the phone or in person or by mail. The same thing with Medicare. They would have to apply. Sometimes they are notified when they're dual eligible that they're eligible for a particular program, having both Medicare and Medicaid. And then the marketplace, you can apply at healthcare.gov or you can apply at caresource.com.
So when folks are, contacting you about this, what kinds of things are they looking for from these products?
Well, they're looking for real insurance, just like you and I would have. We want to go into the doctor and know that we'll be able to afford the bill. So just a simple copay when you're going into the doctor of $30 or $50, something like that. They want to know that if they go into the hospital, they're not going to lose their home when they get the bill because they've got to pay that bill. So they're looking for real health insurance, and that's what this is.
And are people, when I was talking to Maurice, we were saying that, I would imagine a lot of people say, what is CareSource? How do you answer that question for those folks?
So CareSource is one of the largest managed care companies in Ohio, I should say. And they are available to those in need, like I said, Medicaid, and then Medicare for those who would like a program to make sure that they are covered and make sure that they've got the most benefits that they can get. That Medicare would be the way to go with CareSource.
And so CareSource offers folks through those products different options and different plans. Is that right?
So Medicaid is a one option, and then the duals have another option. And then Marketplace has several different plans that they can choose from, depending on their needs.
And what's the process like for people? Sometimes it can be very overwhelming and a lot of information all at once. Explain a little bit about how the process is for people.
For Medicaid, it's a real easy process, just getting the application done with someone either on the phone or online or in person. And for Medicare, you always have someone you can talk to who will be able to advise you in the way to go and who has the most benefits, and is your medication covered, is your doctor covered, those types of things. You can talk to someone at medicare.gov or you can talk to someone at CareSource about those things when you're talking about switching over and things like that.
And I know we'll be talking about Medicaid and eligibility and things like that with Marshawn coming up here in just a few minutes. But, as people are going to your website, is that the best way to, maybe apply or reach out or find out information?
Yes, you can always go to CareSource.com and find information to apply for the health insurance. Or if you already have the insurance, there's information about your plan right there on our website, CareSource.com.
And you've been doing this, you said 17 years, is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so how's it changed for you? I mean, you mentioned it was just Medicaid before, but I would imagine there are a lot more people who are in need of this service.
Absolutely. We have almost in various products. So like I said, Medicaid is our largest book of business. And then we have Marketplace for those who find themselves without insurance, but they're actively employed, make too much money for Medicaid. And then you also have the opportunity to apply for a Marketplace plan according to maybe you have diabetes or high blood pressure. Those plans are available to you. So we have the Affordable Care Act, which is added to our book of business, and then Medicare Special Needs, which was also added to our book of business.
Boy, so it has changed a lot for you. There's just a wider, expanded bunch of products, correct?
That's right. Every day is different. Yes.
Well, and I guess, in when it comes to healthcare and healthcare products and things like that, like I said, it can be overwhelming for people, but it's different probably every time people go and check things out, right?
Right. Even at our community tables, we get a different type of person each time. So we may have someone that's actively working and we run into them. They say, do you have health insurance for someone who's working and doesn't well? And so we have to talk about that. And then someone else comes and says, oh, well, I'm not working right now and I've got a low income and I need support with my health insurance. And there we can save them right there at that table as well. So it's fun and it's different every day, like I said, and a lot of people are very satisfied with the programs.
All right, we're going to take our next break for our news, and I know we'll talk to you again, Danielle. We've got a lot of things to get to. We're going to give you an update on Medicaid eligibility. Marshawn Randall will be joining us next. And of course, there's so much out there when it comes to healthcare and getting help and finding the right thing for you. So you want to stay tuned and check out all the things that are being offered by CareSource as we are in day 5 of Health Week this week. Here on 1480 WHBC.
Hey, sports fans, looking for one thing that doesn't require a lot of effort to get a big payoff? Look no further than Sugardale. Whether it's perfectly smoked bacon, juicy ham, or mouth-watering hot dogs, gives you those tailgating vibes. Sugardale's done the hard work for you. They know anything worth doing is worth doing right, so Sugardale expertly smokes, seasons, and cures their meats right here in Stark County. It's simple. Just head into your local retailer, reach for the package with the red oval, and leave the hard work to Sugardale.
Hi, Paul White from the Medicine Center Pharmacies, and we want to congratulate WHBC on their 100th anniversary. Like WHBC, the Medicine Center Pharmacies are rooted in the greater Stark County area. We've been locally owned and operated since 1976 and pride ourselves on providing excellent pharmacy care and personalized service. Listen to our show every Friday morning on WHBC and stop by your nearest Medicine Center Pharmacy location.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number 4th of July sale. Save over $600 on our King P5 smart bed, our lowest price of the season. limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Make a splash this summer with clean, soft water from Verndale Water Experts. Call 330-455-9466 or visit verndalewater.com. Verndale Pure Water, Pure Summer.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, a 19-year-old Cincinnati high school graduate has been deported to Honduras. Emerson Colindres was at the center of protests. His family moved to the U.S. 11 years ago when Colindres was 8 years old. They were seeking asylum after claims of gang activity against them in Honduras. In 2023, the asylum case was denied. Earlier this month, the family went to a routine check-in with immigration officials, and they were detained. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt delivered a message from President Trump during yesterday's briefing. Trump said in the message that there's still, quote, a substantial chance of negotiating with Iran and that he could make a decision on any potential attack by the U.S. within the next 2 weeks. Iran says it's getting ready to hit back at U.S. bases in the Middle East if America joins the Israeli attacks. Dozens of masked federal agents in SUVs and vans appeared Thursday outside Gate E at Dodger Stadium, drawing protesters who oppose ongoing immigration raids in Los Angeles. Team officials say the agents asked to enter but were denied and told to leave the private lot. In sports, it is not over yet. The Pacers blew past the Thunder 108-91 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. The winner-take-all Game 7 set for 8 o'clock Sunday night in Oklahoma City. Guardians lost to the Giants yesterday 2-1. They'll play the Athletics in Sacramento tonight. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. This afternoon will be pleasant with more sun than clouds and a high of 82. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies and humidity with a low of 65. Tomorrow will be hot with a mix of sun and clouds, marking the start of an extended heat wave. Remember to stay cool and hydrated as temperatures rise to 90. Sunday brings sunny and very hot conditions along with high humidity. Stay hydrated while outdoors as temperatures soar to 94. Monday will be sunny with record-breaking temperatures and high humidity reaching 95. With the AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
This is Health Week on 1480 WHBC. Now back to your host, Pam Cook.
Thank you so much, Billy Beebe. We have a great filled week with so much wonderful information. As I have mentioned, we are live on Facebook right now. We're also live on our YouTube channel if you want to check us out there. And today is day 5 of Health Week and CareSource. That's what we're talking about. So much information to share with you about what CareSource is and what they provide and how they can help you possibly. And we are going to bring in Marshawn Randall right now, who is a community marketing representative. Good morning, Marshawn.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. I want to kind of delve into Medicaid a little bit here. And maybe you can clear some things up for folks who are wondering how all of this works. And I mean, who's eligible for Medicaid, first of all?
It's a good question. So the good thing about eligibility rules across the state, they're the same, but there are some differences in how the counties organize and process the applications. But generally speaking, folks who would be eligible for Medicaid would be income eligible parents who their children are up to the age of 20, pregnant women, adults age 65 and older may be eligible. Ohioans of any age with disabilities, folks who are in long-term care or have a severe disability who may need some additional care within a nursing facility, there's a whole host of folks who could be eligible. Children in foster care, even folks who have Medicare, they may be eligible. Yep.
Okay. Is there an income limit for Medicaid?
So there is, and again, the income limit is set by the state. But if we just took a look at what the state had put out there as far as the 2025 Ohio Medicaid guidelines, so a family size of one, their income could not be more than 1,956. Let's say if a family of five, that income could be up to $4,706. But again, these are the guidelines that are set by the state. We always encourage folks, even if their income is a little bit higher than that, to always apply, as the counties have the right to, approve folks based off of certain criteria.
And how often do you have to apply?
Okay, very good question. So once someone is approved through Medicaid, they have to renew that coverage at least once a year. And as some of the folks mentioned earlier, I heard Danielle Shaw's her segment earlier. You typically, depending on the county, again, it's a lot of things across the board that are similar, but typically you can turn in an application by mail. There's a portal that people can do, so kind of like a self-service portal that folks can apply. Some counties allow you to send in the application digitally, may allow you to fax it in, or even, drop it off at the locations. So
when we're talking about Medicaid and in connection with CareSource, what kinds of like benefits and things like that do people get? I mean, does it feel like, just regular health insurance that people would pay big money for?
That's the thing. So with CareSource, there's no out-of-pocket cost for the medical benefits, but a lot of our members don't realize the support that they have in addition to the Medicaid side. So, there's life coaches where all of our members are eligible for. So this is a life coach that they can have up to 2 years that, they have a one-on-one with them, kind of set some goals and help them achieve it. So either they'll help them themselves or they'll connect them to a resource that can help them. But again, you have the life coaches, you have for pregnant moms who just delivered a child, we'll send them up to 2 weeks of food to help support them and get them settled in. There's just a lot of different benefits that our members are not familiar with. And that's part of our jobs as community marketing reps, is to get out in the community, to share those benefits with our members, because again, we want to support them. But then also too, there might be individuals who are looking for another managed care plan. So that's why we sit ourselves on a regular basis out in the community so we can provide that information.
Yeah, when you go out into the community, what's the reaction when you explain to people exactly what CareSource provides?
It's it's such a wide mix, but it's a lot of excitement. Some folks say because we, one thing that we do is over time we've definitely improved the benefits. So I've heard some people say, "Hey, that wasn't available when I had CareSource," but it's really a good feeling to let folks know even about the rewards programs. So like when I'm out, I see a lot of families, and sometimes they'll know that there's a rewards program that for each kid each year, they can earn different rewards just from doing the stuff that they normally do. The doctor's appointments, the annual vaccines, those are dollars that they can have that can help, go towards just day to day. Yep. So it's a lot of excitement when, they find out some of the additional benefits and services that we offer. And it's definitely a good feeling.
And that's a wonderful thing, because, if you work towards a healthy lifestyle, you're getting rewarded for it. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
What's their biggest concern when you're out in the community? What do you see people asking a lot about?
One of the biggest concerns is just how to access the information. The nice thing about the card is it does have our member services. So any of our benefits like that I've shared today, they can get that information by just calling the member services. So if they have a question about where's the closest dentist, I need a ride. Like there's some members that don't realize that they have unlimited, or not unlimited, but they have transportation that would take them to their doctor's appointment. So just reassuring the folks that any concerns that they have, they're empowered with that member services number to be able to get that information. So sometimes they might lose an ID. Again, that's all there. And we definitely let folks know about the CareSource portal, that they can have like an electronic member ID card. So if they don't have their wallet, but they have their phone, they have access to their ID through our CareSource app. So just getting them the information and letting them know that any questions that they have, they can call our member services.
And it makes it simple, very simple for them. That's a good thing. People will tend to use that more if it's easy for them. So tell me a little bit about yourself, because I will say that, when you are talking about CareSource, you seem very passionate about it. And and I think that's what it has to be, important to you. Just fill us in a little bit about you.
Absolutely. So I'm a product of Northeast Ohio as well. And, my connection with CareSource, I graduated from Kent State, and I had my first son while I was in school, and I didn't know much about insurance. But my son's mother went to one of their doctor's appointments, and the social worker actually signed her up for insurance. So her and my soon to be son actually were enrolled in CareSource. So for me, I didn't know much about insurance at that time, but it was a real good help for us. And so when I had the opportunity to work for CareSource, it was a no-brainer because, I seen it firsthand how it supported me and my family, and, it was great insurance. So
yeah, see,
here I am.
That's awesome. I love that, because I can read that in you when I talk to you, but also for people listening, it's straight from somebody who's experienced it, right?
Absolutely. Firsthand.
Is there anything else you wanted to add on to some of the things that we brought up about Medicaid and CareSource in general?
I know a lot of good information was shared. Just always want to put it out there that folks have a choice as far as just choosing their their managed care plan. Sometimes folks are automatically assigned to one plan, but if the plan doesn't meet their needs, they do have an option. There is a window of opportunity for folks to switch, and we just like to let everybody know their options. So, but other than that, I know there's a lot of good information still to come. So looking forward to it.
All right. 1-800-488-0134. Again, 1-800-488-0134 is the number you can call. It's caresource.com. Tons of information on the website. A lot of the things we've been talking about, but a lot more as well. And we've got more to share with you about CareSource. We're going to do that here coming up. Danielle will rejoin us here in just a few minutes as we take our next break. But again, CareSource is a wonderful opportunity for folks who are looking for some kind of help. And this is definitely the time to check it out at caresource.com. We will continue our health week as we are in day 5 right here on 1480 WHBC. For 30 years, Liberty Health Share has been empowering individuals and families to walk the path where faith and healthcare unite that suits their needs. A community that provides support and receives support for medical expenses. Affordable costs without sacrificing quality and control for those who believe their personal freedoms don't have to stop when they need healthcare. Wherever you are on your path, Liberty Health Share may have the right program for you. Learn more today and start your health sharing journey at libertyhealthshare.org.
You put the left side in, you take the left side out. You put the right side in, and you shake it all about.
You best turn into We Pluribus, where we turn this thing around. That's what it's all about.
We Pluribus with Michael Chiselka on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Tune in every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. a better way forward. Together.
Ugh, I gotta get business cards printed for my entire staff, but where do I even?
That was easy.
Oh, okay, Staples. But can I have bigger stuff printed too, like huge signs and banners?
That was easy.
Nice. And what if I had to ship a package?
That was easy.
Have my passport photo taken?
That was easy.
Coffee and snacks?
That was easy.
What about the latest laptops?
That was
Earbuds
easy.
and headphones?
That was
Office
easy.
chairs?
That was easy.
I think I also need to get some Staples.
Seriously?
I had to ask.
For everything your business needs to get the job done.
Staples. That was easy.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number 4th of July sale. Save over $600 on our King P5 smart bed, our lowest price of the season. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
If you have summer plans, then make Macy's Summer Style Sale your first stop. That's because you'll find amazing deals on exactly what you need to make any summer occasion feel like a getaway. Whether you're headed to the beach or your friend's backyard, we're talking matching sets, airy linen, swimsuits, cover-ups, and so much more for 25 to 50% off. Yeah, up to half off. So no matter where you're going, head to the Summer Style Sale going on now at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLEAN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
This is Health Week on 1480 WHBC. Now back to your host, Pam Cook.
And welcome back to Health Week on News Talk 1480 WHBC. I will remind you that we are live on Facebook and also on our YouTube channel. If you've missed any of this or you want to go and check it out a little bit later on, you can do that at both of those places. And we invite you to do so. Day 5, and we are talking with the folks from CareSource today, learning so much about what CareSource is, how it works, and what they offer. And we're going to welcome back in Danielle Shaw. She is going to kind of get a deep dive into Medicaid. That's what we want to do right now with Danielle. So, as we were talking to Marshawn, he was kind of giving us a little bit of information about that, but the eligibility and that kind of thing. But so how do you apply for it? Let's start at the beginning. How do you apply for Medicaid? How do you get started there?
Absolutely. So you start with Medicaid. You can start online and fill out an online application at medicare.gov, or you can go into the local office. So every county has a local ODM office, Ohio Department of Medicaid office. You can walk in and make an application. in person, or you can grab an application and send it in the mail. And you can also call their phone number and apply over the phone.
And when you apply, what kinds of information do you need? What will be asked from you?
So they will ask you your income, your name, address, social security number, all of those types of things, plus the same thing for everyone in your family that you want to be on that application with you. And once they get that information, they'll ask, are you food insecure? And they can help you get additional benefits there, not just medical, but, food, if that's something that you need. So they'll take you and take that entire application and make sure that you get everything you qualify for at ODM.
And how long does the process usually take for folks?
It usually takes about 2 days in order to find out if you're eligible. And then they call you or they send you information on the mail. And then you can choose the managed care plan like CareSource.
Do people feel overwhelmed by this? It seems to be a lot more simple than I expected, I think.
There's a lot of help available. So especially if you're in the office, they can help you right there. They'll ask you for proof of all of the information that they are gathering. So you will need to have those social security numbers and things like that ready for your entire family.
Is it something you have to continue to reapply for, or if your status changes or anything like that?
Yeah, once you renew, once you apply and are approved, you will have to renew at least once per year. Maybe you're actively looking for a job. You want to make sure that you let them know if you do have gainful employment at that time. They will give you a grace period, and then your benefits may drop depending on how much you're making in that new job. So you want to keep them abreast to what's going on in your life.
And as you look at all the different things, is there a place where you can say, okay, I know about CareSource. I want CareSource. I want to choose CareSource.
So the minute you apply, you can say, I want CareSource. And then if you forget to do that, you get the option in the mail and they give you a list and you can say, oh, there's my CareSource right there. And you can call and say, if you don't get it initially, you can call and say, this is what I want. I want CareSource.
How is CareSource different? Say that, when you get onto Medicaid and there are other choices, what puts CareSource out there ahead of the game?
The biggest difference is some of the programs that we're offering to our members. And no matter what program you're on, you have the opportunity to join Life Services. And I know Marshawn talked about Life Services a little bit, but we also have a Job Connect program that is helpful to those. We have folks that are there connecting to employers to say, hey, you know what? I have someone that may qualify for the position that you've posted. So there's help there. You also have resource help in Life Services. So if you're looking for a food pantry to go to, we can search the food pantries in your county and make sure that you're getting the food from the nearest pantry that you can find. Things like that make us stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, and he mentioned like rides and things like that. I mean, that's all part of those little extras that you're talking about, right?
All part of the program. Yes, the Medicaid program, you're available. Transportation is available to all of your medical visits, to grocery stores, to pick up groceries, to food pantries, hot meal sites, and doctor's offices, hospitals, and ODM.
And is there dental and vision, then that kind of coverage there?
Oh, absolutely. It's real insurance. So you do get hospitalization, doctor's office visit, prescription drugs, all of that. What did you mentioned another service that you said they were, if it was available. I said doctor's offices. Yeah, it's real insurance.
Because it is real insurance. Yeah,
it's right.
And I think that's the thing. People, when people sign up for Medicaid, they probably have some vision in their mind of what they're going to get, or what this help is going to look like. And I would imagine it is not to the level of what CareSource offers that most people are expecting.
Yes, most people are expecting to have great insurance. And when they choose CareSource, they not only get great health insurance, but they get help for life. And so you have to remember, the life services follows our members for 2 years. And if they should stumble down that life path, they can come back and get additional help. And they don't have to be a member at that time when they come back.
Oh, wow. Okay. And, and we know we're talking about, families and things like that. And are there special services for kids, things that are offered for children, or, like pregnant moms, things like that, all that kind of stuff?
There is something called Mom's Meals. Let's say a family came on to CareSource and she's pregnant and she delivers. And so the next 2 weeks, we would send her 14 meals. So 2 meals a day for 2 weeks to make sure that she is nutritionally healthy and giving her baby good nutrition, things like that. There are services that are available, like they get a breast pump for their pregnancy if that's something that they're going to need, and they get training in that area as well.
So again, we've said it a couple of times now, but all of those small and some large extras are what sets CareSource aside from everybody else.
Sets us apart. That's right.
All right. So CareSource.com, that's the website. Tons of information there. We'll talk about open enrollment and some other things when we come back with you, Danielle. And there's a lot to share. We've got a whole nother hour to talk about CareSource. The number is 1-800-488-0134. Again, 1-800-488-0134. And the website is CareSource.com. And we will take our break for the news and have more on Health Week on 1480 WHBC.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLEAN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys. And I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia. I got a tour of their headquarters. I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Get ready for the concert event of the summer.
On the road again.
Catch Willie Nelson and family.
Bob
Dylan. Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. And more at the Outlaw Music Festival's 10th anniversary tour, Saturday, June 21st, Blossom Music Center. Tickets on sale now. Get access to preferred tickets with your Citi card. For tickets and more, go to livenation.com.
How would you like to win $500 or concert tickets? Have some fun celebrating WHBC's 100 years. Get registered now and be at Centennial Plaza on Friday, June 27th. Only the first 100 people registered will be entered into the contest, and you must be present to win. Go now to WHBC.com.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
This is WHBC News. Good morning. I'm Pam Cook. Partly sunny, pleasant, warmer today, a high of 84. Partly cloudy and humid tonight, low 66. And then tomorrow, warm and humid with a mixture of sun and clouds and a high around 89. Charges are likely pending against a man in Marlborough Township who scratched and bit the police chief during a mental health crisis earlier this week. Chief Ron DeVries was taken to the hospital for treatment. It happened as police and the Marlborough Township Fire Department responded to a call for a suicidal person. Police say the man became immediately combative, even tried to grab the chief's duty weapon. The department, in a statement, says though they are sympathetic to the mental health situation, the safety of first responders will always be a top priority. A Tuscarawas County man's 67-mile-an-hour drive down South High Avenue in New Philly and his 110-mile-an-hour jaunt on Stone Creek Road will cost him 2 years in prison. The 28-year-old was sentenced on a felony charge yesterday. The pattern of severe weather and heavy rain chances looks to be over for a little while, but it's being replaced by temperatures in the 90s. AccuWeather senior meteorologist Bob Larson says a cold front yesterday pushed the lightning, thunder, wind, and torrential downpours to our east.
That front has opened the door to slightly cooler and, more importantly, less humid air for today. So the hot weather not here just yet. But as soon as tomorrow afternoon, we will come close to 90 degrees. And if we fail to reach 90 tomorrow, we are going to get there Sunday. And once the heat begins, it's not going to end for a while. We expect temperatures to climb above 90 both Monday and Tuesday. Even Wednesday will come close with an expected high of 89. Along with the heat will come a lot of humidity.
He also says don't look for many records to be broken with those summer of 1988 record highs in there next week. You've been complaining about the weather this spring. Just think of how it's impacting farmers in our area. Perry Township corn, wheat, and cattle farmer Ben Click says he finally has all his corn planted, but there will be some replanting done due to all the rain.
Commodity prices continue to kind of suffocate a little bit, and just the frustrations of a slow planting season, and now it's wet and crops don't look the greatest in a lot of spots as I drive by water laying in a cornfield.
The wet fields mean delays in getting heavy equipment in and a lot of weeds. Click says still expected to harvest the winter wheat on time. Congresswoman Amelia Sykes is resubmitting 15 projects from the 13th District for consideration in the fiscal year 2026 appropriations bill. 3 of them are Stark County projects. They include the $2.8 million for the Cleveland Avenue Northwest Streetscape project, also the $2.2 million worth of improvements to Reservoir Park in Massillon. I'm Pam Cook.
Now, your local weather forecast. Stick with us. News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. This afternoon will be pleasant with more sun than clouds and a high of 82. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies and humidity with a low of 65. Tomorrow will be hot with a mix of sun and clouds, marking the start of an extended heat wave. Make sure to stay cool and hydrated with a high of 90. Sunday will be sunny, very hot and humid, so stay hydrated outdoors with a high of 94. Monday will bring sunny skies, record-breaking temperatures, and humidity reaching a high of 95. With the AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
The views expressed during the following program do not necessarily reflect the views of WHBC or Alpha Media Company.
It's Health Week 2025 on 1480 WHBC. Brought to you by Liberty Health Share, the Stark County Health Department, Ortho United, Canton Regency, and CareSource. Let's join the host of Health Week, Pam Cook.
And welcome back to hour 2 of day 5, Health Week here on 1480 WHBC. It has been a great week, so much wonderful information, and today is no exception. This is a wonderful time for people to learn and find out more about CareSource and what they do, what they have to offer. And we've been talking a lot about enrollment and Medicaid and the marketplace, and we still have some other things to cover, but we're going to bring back in Danielle Shaw. Danielle is a community marketing representative with CareSource, and she's been doing this for 17 years, I believe you said, Danielle?
That's right, 17 years.
So you've probably seen a lot of people, met a lot of people, and see how this can really help folks who are in the need, right?
Right, that's right. Anybody who has Medicaid, they do need to know that open enrollment is always during the month of November. If you don't have a cause to change anytime before then, November is the month. You've heard all this great information about CareSource now. You're probably excited and you want to change. I want to make sure that you know that you can during the month of November.
Okay, and that is open enrollment, but there are some exceptions that you can make a change. And what are those exceptions?
So let's say you move from one county to another, or you add someone to your family. That would be cause for changing at that time. It could be February. That would be a time that you want to make sure that you call in and say, hey, I want to choose CareSource.
Okay, and if people are looking to make the change, how do they go about doing that? Once open enrollment is there for them, what kinds of things they have to do?
Yes, they would have to call the Medicaid hotline. They're a third party that makes those changes on behalf of ODM, and they would take your information and make sure that you get changed to the plan that you are choosing.
Now, is it the same for the marketplace? How does that work with open enrollment?
For marketplace, open enrollment is November 1st through January 15th. And yes, you would have to go in and get your information from healthcare.gov to see which plans are available to you and which one you would like to change with. If you wanted to change before open enrollment or outside of open enrollment, again, there would have to be a life change, moving from one zip code to another, one county to another. Maybe you change doctors and they're not on the program, or your doctor left the program. That would be reason for change. So you could call into healthcare.gov or go online and make that change.
You know, a big thing in healthcare these days is the health portal, where people can just go online and that's a place that they have to go if they want to kind of apply and get things started. Is that right?
For the marketplace, yes, healthcare.gov. There is a portal for Medicaid as well. That's right. Medicaid.gov. Yes.
It's at Medicaid.gov. That's where you find that.
Yes.
Okay. And again, we talk about making the switch. We discussed this last hour, but if people are ready to do that, they have a life-changing event that allows them to do it sooner rather than later, or they wait till the open enrollment comes. What kind of information do they have to have on hand to provide?
Yes, the same information that you had at your initial enrollment, you would have to have. They will have it on file. They'll need to verify that, and you'll need to have the information about the plan that you want to go to, of course.
So, where can they find out information about the plans, the different choices for them?
So ODM has a choice, a list of all of the plans that are available. You can go to their website and find out. And healthcare.gov also, once you put in your information, you'll see what plans are offering what. There.
And also, once people sign up and they're good to go, do they need to do something each year, or how does that work?
For the marketplace, you don't need to make a change every year. If you're satisfied with what you have, there's nothing you need to do. Same thing with Medicare. There's nothing you need to do if you're satisfied during open enrollment. Medicaid, when you renew, if you're happy with the plan you have, again, you don't have to make that change.
And I asked the question of Marshawn, because he was talking about going out in the public and meeting with people, and you had spoke of that earlier too. What kind of things are you seeing out there, that people are most in need of and really surprised by CareSource?
Right. At the community table, they are really surprised about the life services and everything that they offer there. Some of the benefits that we're offering may not seem different from any other plan, but the way we deliver, the way that we are engaging with our members is going to be different. They have the opportunity to have our life services program help them through life's changes as well. Let's say you have a child, your whole family is on CareSource. You have a child that's turning 14 and thinks they want to go and get their first job. You got life services right there ready to help him with their Job Connect program. There are free disease management programs that CareSource also has available to each member. And of course, our mobile app is something that they like to use as well. We are at the table saying, "Oh, did you know we had an app?" And they're like, "Oh, no, where is it?" And we help them find the app right there at the table. And we help them download it as well. The transportation, they're saying it's gotten much, much better, and they love that they can take a person with them when they're going to the doctor. So if they have a caregiver or someone like that able to ride for free.
That's awesome. And that is important because a lot of times they do have someone that they need to, go with them for a second set of ears or, for help getting inside, all those kinds of things and navigating.
Right.
So that's a really good option for people. And you talk about the community table. So explain what that is and how that works.
Yeah, some communities have events, and the events are to get people to look at the services that are in the area. So CareSource will join in on that event and set up a booth or a table to talk to those individuals that are walking through that event. We oftentimes find CareSource members going through the event, and we're able to engage with them and tell them about their member benefits and their rewards that they get for getting a routine physical or routine eye exam. So those community tables are important when we're engaging with our members. And some people come by the table and they go, "Oh my goodness, how can I get CareSource?" And so we're there to show them how they can get CareSource as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure word of mouth is always a good thing. But one of the other things too that I noticed when I was on the website, it talks about healthcare with a heart, and your logo has the heart. That I think that really epitomizes everything that you guys do. Is that how you see it as well?
Yes, CareSource is healthcare with heart. And I think that all of our employees at CareSource are able to engage with our members with that heart because we're saying to them, we want to help take care of you. We want to help you through life. And we want to make sure that you're not only okay, but you're striving for the next stage in life as well.
Yeah, and if you want to check out all the things we've been talking about, caresource.com, a great place to go. Tons of information there and, phone numbers and ways to connect and just a lot of things. It's a great resource, obviously, caresource.com.
Yeah.
I would imagine that people can just go there and kind of get a lay of the land and make decisions and away they go.
There's information about every plan that we have. You can download any information, like if you wanted to find out about your rewards, that information is there as well. We're one of the plans that Ohioans trust. So you could see why we have the largest numbers in Ohio. We have the largest amount of members in Ohio. So being trusted is very important. And we've been here in Ohio for over 30 years. So that's important to know as well.
All right, we're going to take our next break, and when we come back, we've got some more very interesting things to talk about. Marshawn will join us again. Danielle will be back also, but we have things to explain that you're going to want to make sure you're ready to take note of, because this could be very important for you and your healthcare services. So stay tuned as we are in day 5 of Health Week, live on Facebook, live on our YouTube channel, and of course, right here on 1480 WHBC.
Have you or someone you know been impacted by sexual violence? Compass Rape Crisis offers free crisis intervention, counseling and services, and prevention programs in Stark County for anyone impacted by sexual violence. For more information or to make an appointment, call 330-437-3705. That's 330-437-3705. Compass is here to support you.
Canton Regency has beautifully renovated studio, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in their independent and assisted living communities. Right now, they're waiving the $2,000 community fee for those who are moving into independent living, and will give you $500 towards your moving expenses if you use Grandpa's house. As a premier senior living destination, Canton Regency has a long history of providing exceptional independent assisted and memory care services. Call Canton Regency at 330-477-7664 or give them a visit at 4515 22nd Street Northwest in Canton.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Drink responsibly. I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime. We're not here to be the biggest. We're here to bring you something we believe is better. Our plans start at just $20. You'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the Big Wireless bill.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Are you over 50 and constantly feeling tired, bloated, or just a little off? Don't ignore it. Those could be signs that your liver is crying for help. As we age, our liver, which is essential for metabolism, digestion, immunity, and detoxification, needs extra support and protection. If neglected, it can leave you feeling sluggish and constantly off your game. That's where Active Liver from New Nordic comes in. Available in easy-to-take tablets or delicious gummies, Active Liver combines powerful natural ingredients like turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract to help support healthy liver function. With Active Liver, you're giving your body an essential daily defense against toxins from alcohol, fatty foods, and sweets, helping you reclaim your energy, improve digestion, lose the bloat, and strengthen your immunity so you can look and feel your best again. Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves by making Active Active Liver from New Nordic, part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meyer Grocery, or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia, I got a tour of their headquarters, I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
This is Health Week on 1480 WHBC. Now back to your host, Pam Cook.
And welcome back to Health Week on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Spending this morning sharing with you tons of great information about CareSource. And we've talked about Medicare and Medicaid and the marketplace. But we're going to bring Marshawn Randall back in. Marshawn is community marketing representative. And Marshawn, so let's talk about DSNP.
Yes,
Cool.
yes.
So the D stands for dual. I do know that.
Yep.
Explain what that is.
So this is a product. So again, CareSource offers, as Danielle said, quite a few different products. This is a Medicare and Medicaid combined product for those who need additional care. So this is a product that we offer in 87 counties throughout the state. So a pretty significant footprint. But again, this is a dual product that we offer.
And how does someone end up being able to qualify for both, for Medicare and Medicaid at the same time?
Sure, that's a really good question. So throughout their working career, someone would have had to work at least 10 years or 40 quarters actually paying the Medicare tax. That would make them eligible for the Medicare portion. And then as far as the Medicaid piece, their income would have to, meet the Medicaid guidelines. So again, it's two separate qualifications, but for those who have both, then they can have a plan or be eligible for a plan such as the dual plan.
So the dual plan, does it offer any special benefits, things like that?
Absolutely. So CareSource's dual plan does offer some health enhanced benefits. And the nice thing about it is there's no copay. But one of the biggest hits as far as our enhanced benefits would be our $255 healthy benefit card that we offer our members. So very flexible in regards to that. But our members can use it for food, over-the-counter, utility expenses, personal care. So there's a lot of flexibility with that. And again, that's $255 per month. That actually rolls over to the next month if they don't utilize all of it.
Wow.
And then on the same Visa card, there's also an opportunity for our members to earn additional dollars through our rewards program. So that's a big hit. We have enhanced benefits for the vision. So we give our members $600 a year that go towards frames, lenses, contacts, and that's managed through iMed. We have hearing aids for the folks who need that. That's managed through True Hearing. Our dental, so our comprehensive dental. So we give our members $6,000 a year that they can use towards preventative and comprehensive coverages. So our members are able to get things such as root canals, implants, crowns, and even dentures. We also offer, so earlier, me and Danielle talked about the meals for moms, but for the seniors who had an inpatient hospital stay or released from a skilled nursing facility, we'll do the same thing for them. We'll give them 2 meals up to 2 weeks. We also offer a fitness benefit through Silver and Fit. So for participating gyms, such as YMCAs and so forth, our members can stay fit and stay active through the Silver and Fit. If they can't leave their home, Silver and Fit would actually send them out a home kit as well too. And then the last enhanced benefit would be the transportation. So again, we know people need transportation back and forth to the hospital. Through this plan, because they have both Medicaid and Medicare, is actually unlimited and a little bit more expansive. So not only will we take them to their doctor's appointments, but we'll also take them to that annual redetermination that they have to do once a year with Medicaid. We'll take them to the pharmacy so they can get their prescriptions. We'll also take them to the gym as well as to the local grocery store. So again, these are some of our enhanced benefits that our members are able to take advantage of.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Those are all pretty amazing. Wonder if I have this and then I move somewhere else in Ohio, how does that work? What happens?
So that's a really good question. So with CareSource, again, our footprint, so we are in 87 of the 88 counties. So the only county that we're not in is in Knox. So chances are good if someone has CareSource, that they'll be able to use it throughout the state, considering that we're in 87 counties out of the 88.
And that's a good thing to know, just in case, because you never can tell, what's going to happen, especially later on in life. But what about disease management programs? Talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. So CareSource, Danielle kind of touched on it a little bit, but CareSource does offer disease management programs. These programs are really help our members learn about their health and how to manage different health conditions that they may have. But as everything that we've shared, that there's no cost to our members for these programs, and this is provided through our care management team. So our team through care management consists of nurses, social workers, and other outreach staff that work with our members on a one-on-one basis to help kind of coordinate their different health needs. A lot of times they'll do a lot of work as far as contacting them by phone. But again, this is their staff, or our staff, is trained to help our members with medical problems such as asthma, cancer, just really any type of medical condition. So this is something that we like to put out there to help support. We know, especially, the population such as Medicaid may have a few ailments. So this department does its job as far as just helping them manage that.
All right, very good, because a lot of people, they would not be aware of all of this, obviously. And
Exactly.
even when you get the information, it still can sometimes be a little overwhelming, or maybe you're
Sure.
not sure, is this really true? Kind of
Sure.
thing,
Sure.
So I appreciate you filling us in on all this. We will talk to you again here coming up in a little bit later on as we wrap up the program, but we're going to take our next break for the news. And we'll bring Danielle back as well. And we'll talk more about CareSource on this final day of Health Week on 1480 WHBC.
WHBC 1480 AM is celebrating 100 years on the air, and we're tipping our hats to the Canton Symphony, bringing world-class music to our community since 1937. Check out upcoming performances at cantonsymphony.org.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid, because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1 day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Make a splash this summer with clean, soft water from Verndale Water Experts. Call 330-455-9466 or visit verndalewater.com. Verndale, pure water, pure summer.
WHBC AM Ken, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost has given approval for the sale of Summa Health to the for-profit company Hatco. Officials say it'll help the Akron-based Summa Health clear $850 million in debt. The company says Summa's employees, providers, and leadership team will stay on board during the transition. Yost called the agreement a step that could strengthen healthcare across Northeast Ohio for years to come. Charges have been filed after the death of a missing Warren man, 28-year-old Nathaniel Crockett, now charged with murder and felonious assault, 1 count of kidnapping, and additional related offenses. Javar King was first reported missing from Warren back in February, but in March, King's body was discovered near an abandoned home with a gunshot wound to the head. President Donald Trump skipped an official Juneteenth tribute yesterday, saying America already has, quote, too many non-working holidays, and that closing businesses cost the country billions. And in sports, it is not over yet. The Pacers blew past the Thunder 108-91 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals last night, knotting that series at 3 games apiece and forcing the first final Game 7 since 2016 when the Cavs and Golden State Warriors were in it. Sunday night, 8 o'clock, they'll play for the championship. Guardians couldn't get the sweep yesterday. They fell to the Giants 2-1. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. This afternoon will be pleasant with more sun than clouds and a high of 82. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies and humidity with a low of 65. Tomorrow will be hot with a mix of sun and clouds, marking the start of an extended heat wave. Remember to stay cool and hydrated as temperatures rise to 90. Sunday brings sunny and very hot conditions along with high humidity. Stay hydrated while outdoors as temperatures soar to 94. Monday will be sunny with record-breaking temperatures and high humidity reaching 95. With the AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
This is Health Week on 1480 WHBC. Now back to your host, Pam Cook.
And welcome back to Health Week on News Talk 1480 WHBC. CareSource. We have been chatting so much about all of the things that they offer, how it works, and what you can expect. And we're going to bring Danielle Shaw back with us this morning and talk a little bit about the benefits of CareSource. We've covered a lot of these things in the last hour and a half or so, but let's talk a little more about the things that CareSource offers that maybe people weren't expecting.
Hi, thank you, Pam. So you're expecting when you have health insurance to have insurance for your doctors, your hospitals, your x-rays, things like that. We also have coverage for your prescription drugs. We maybe didn't talk too much about that, but that's a covered benefit as well. We also have coverage for behavioral health services. There are a lot of folks that are accessing those services, and it's there for you when you have CareSource coverage. And let's see, we did talk a little bit about vision care, and dental care is also a covered benefit under the CareSource plan. Um, let's say CareSource 24. So maybe you want advice about a condition that you have or something that you've just been diagnosed with. You want to talk to someone about it. You can call the CareSource 24 phone number and get information from one of our nurses there. So I think that's a great benefit that a CareSource person would have as well. And then, of course, you have checkups to help you stay healthy. So that's your routine physicals, your routine eye exam. We said a little about that. You also have routine dental exams for your entire family, and dental care. Maybe we didn't mention that, but yes, dental care is covered under the CareSource plan as well.
A lot for people to choose from, right?
Yes, a lot to choose from. And you have a large provider base to choose from. So most of the providers in your area would probably be covered under your CareSource plan.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, if you had to go to certain doctors or not, because sometimes that is a requirement.
Yes, you do have to use the doctors that are on our plan. And it's our hope that we've contracted with doctors who you already have, so you won't have to choose anyone new.
And when people are, trying to find more information or figure out, okay, so how do I do this? Am I going to have to be getting prior authorization for things? Is this going to be, something hard to navigate? What's their best way to find answers to all of that?
Right. So if you're looking for a provider, you can always go to caresource.com and pull down the provider network information and type in your doctor's name or even your zip code if you want the doctors in your area. You're not sure who, you want to know what your selection is. So you can do that. And if you were to need a prior authorization, those doctors and hospitals that we have contracted with do know how to get you through that prior auth. And that is something that you can also call CareSource about. And remember, the provider services number is at your fingertips. It's always on your member card or it's on the app as well. It's 1-800-488-0134. And every time you call, you're going to get either your customer service or everyone has a case manager, a medical case manager. You can call them and access that referral information as well.
And we were talking about prescriptions. I would imagine, is there a formulary that goes with the prescription coverage as well?
Yes, that's right. All plans have a formulary. Ours is given to us, and we always give that to the doctors who are prescribing to you so that they know that, this is what is on our formulary that the patients can have. If it's not on the formulary and the doctor feels it's necessary for that patient, they can also send in a predetermination or an ask to say, this is necessary for this patient, and we want to know if you'll cover it. So that's something that your doctor will have to do. And on our formulary, every category of drug is represented. So it's not very often that a doctor would have to do that.
Okay, and people can just kind of look through that themselves, I would imagine.
Right. It's also at caresource.com. They can go online and look at the formulary.
Yeah, it's a great website. There's a lot there. And there's also levels of plans that people can choose from. Is that right?
Levels of plan would come in on the marketplace.
Marketplace, yeah.
Yes, and there are selections also on the Medicare D-SNP, and MyCare Ohio is just one plan. Mm-hmm.
You said D-SNP. And here I'm spelling it out. When we were talking earlier, Marshawn and I were talking about that. And that's, the dual Medicare, Medicaid situation. If somebody qualifies for that, there are benefits for that as well, right?
Absolutely right. And those benefits are very rich. Of course, your doctor's office visits, your providers and hospitalization would be covered. You also have dental and vision, and there's a very rich dental benefit up to $6,000 a year that you could use under your dental. Yeah, that's very good. And then you have the rewards program as well. So for your healthy habits, you get rewarded. Go get your routine physical. You maybe get something loaded onto your Visa card.
Yeah, and we were talking about that too. There's all of those smaller things that are bigger things really are what sets you apart from everyone else. And it's you sit there and go, "What? Really?"
That's right. That's right.
So talk about, again, we talked about this earlier, but if folks are just joining us, I want you to explain a little bit about open enrollment because, like you said, people might be going, I want CareSource and I want it right now. So how does that work?
That's right. So the general open enrollment for Medicaid is always during the month of November, November 1st to November 30th. Open enrollment for Marketplace, for the people who may not have health insurance at their employer, they can open enroll during the month of, let's see, November 1st all the way until January 15th. Now, if you enroll from November 1st up to December 15th, you would be effective January 1st. But after that, you would be effective February 1st. So up to January 15th, your effective date is February 1st. And then Medicare has a general open enrollment from October 15th through December 7th. But you can enroll at other times as well. But I just want you to know the general open enrollment time for Medicare.
And this is, I think, has to do with the dual Medicare, Medicaid. But is there a way that those folks can really get all of their information in one place? It's all at the website too?
Absolutely. There's a DSNP category when you look at the plans, and you can go to caresource.com, look at plans, and then choose DSNP. Or you can go to plans and choose MyCare Ohio.
That's exactly what I was just going to ask you. MyCare Ohio is a whole nother part of all of this, right?
Yes, it is. Also for the dual eligible. So you have to have both Medicare and Medicaid for that plan as well.
And if people wanted to actually talk to a human being, people are available to speak to them, correct?
That's right. We have a great member service team, and you can call 1-800-488-0134 to talk to an actual person. And again, some people who have medical cases, they have a medical case manager, and they are in touch with that case manager directly. So they have a phone number for each case manager or the case management department.
And when you talk to the people out in the community, I'll ask you this again, because I know you are on the front lines there. What is their biggest concern? What are they worried about the most and looking for the most? Have you found?
Yes. So they're always looking for the opportunity to make sure that they have all of their benefits. They may be looking for a provider in the community. They may be looking for, oh, my daughter just got diagnosed with this condition. What does this mean? Or how many visits do I have because of this condition? All of those things they can call our member services line and get answers to. Even if they're in the community and end up at my community table, I can connect them to the resource or give them information about what they need.
And when folks are coming to get more information, probably besides, going to the website, and we said you can make a call. That's a really good thing. But when you're looking at the website, maybe it's good for us to mention that next to certain things that are offered, it has OH or GA, and that means Georgia or
Yeah.
Ohio, correct?
That's right. We are available in several different states. So you want to make sure that you're looking for the Ohio benefits, and it's going to say OH after that.
Yeah, that's a good thing, because you may not know what that means or what that meant when you get onto the website. So we want to make sure everybody's clear on what they're looking for and how they're looking for it. So
That's right. Usually an Ohio person who's looking at our website is automatically taken to the Ohio website.
perfect. That's perfect. All right, we're going to wrap things up here in just a minute. We will take our final break this morning on day 5 of Health Week with our friends from CareSource, learning a lot of things about CareSource. We'll kind of give you a recap of everything and do that here after we take our final break. It is, of course, Health Week on WHBC.
Brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal offers a home buyer's choice loan that can open the door to affordable home ownership because their home buyer's choice loan has no down payment options available, which means you don't need to wait years to save. Plus, you may be able to lower your rate in the future without refinancing with our no refi rate drop. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Terms and conditions apply. Equal housing lender. Loan subject to approval and eligibility requirements. Learn more at NavyFederal.org.
You put the left side in, you take the left side out. You put the right side in, and you shake it all about.
You best turn into We Pluribus, where we turn this thing around. That's what it's all about.
We Pluribus with Michael Chiselka on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Tune in every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. A better way forward. Together.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-626-9692. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-626-9692. That's 800-626-9692. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
How would you like to win $500 or concert tickets? Have some fun celebrating WHBC's 100 years. Get registered now and be at Centennial Plaza on Friday, June 27th. Only the first 100 people registered will be entered into the contest, and you must be present to win. Go now to WHBC.com.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Get ready for the concert event of the summer. On the road again. Catch Willie Nelson and family. Bob Dylan. Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. And more at the Outlaw Music Festival's 10th anniversary tour. Saturday, June 21st. Blossom Music Center. Tickets on sale now. Get access to preferred tickets with your Citi card. For tickets and more, go to livenation.com.
celebrating a century of broadcasting.
Hello, Terry Hosner, owner of Hosner Carpet One Floor and Home. 59 years ago, my parents, Al and Lucy Hosner, opened Carpets by Hosner. Within the first year of opening, my parents purchased WHBC radio commercials. WHBC gave my parents a beige radio that looked like an old-time microphone with the call letters of WHBC on top of it. It was 18 inches tall and looked like a trophy, and my mother proudly displayed it in our store. It only played one station, and you guessed it, WHBC. During those days, WHBC played music, and that radio was on all the time. I want to thank WHBC for being around 100 years and the start of Hosner Carpet One.
News Talk 1480 WHBC, celebrating 100 years of broadcasting excellence.
This is Health Week on 1480 WHBC. Now back to your host, Pam Cook.
And welcome back. It has been a wonderful health week, and no different today with our folks from CareSource. We've been filling you in on all of the things that they offer. We want to say a big thank you. I'd like to bring everybody back in because so we could have one final discussion with everybody. We have Maurice Williams, manager of community marketing, Danielle Shaw, community marketing representative, and Marshawn Randall, community marketing representative. And guys, there's been so much information that we have put out there. Maurice, give us just a kind of a recap. I mean, we look at all the stuff, and when you think of CareSource, what are you hoping that people are taking away from today?
Well, thank you for that, Pam. We appreciate it. And again, we appreciate the opportunity with being with you this morning and sharing information about CareSource. One of the things we want people to understand is about CareSource is that we're a nonprofit managed care organization. Started in really just trying to we started in 1989. Really providing the Medicaid benefits for individuals, eligible Ohioans. And as Danielle mentioned earlier, when we started, we were a Medicaid only plan. And we've been fortunate to really grow over the years to be able to offer now not only Medicaid, but we're also a dual Medicare dual SNP program, as well as the Marketplace program. And we want individuals to know that if they have any questions about CareSource, they can definitely get more information by calling the Medicaid hotline at 1-800-324-8680, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., as well as Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., as well as they can visit the CareSource website, www.caresource.com/Ohio Medicaid for more information.
And I'd like to ask Danielle and Marshawn, because they're the folks that go out there and meet with the people and talk to them about all of their needs. If you had to give one, reason for folks to check out the CareSource website and check out CareSource in general, what message would you have? Marshawn, we'll start with you.
That's a really good question. So I would say, it's just the fact that CareSource is so diverse in its just in health insurance suite of products. So really, no matter at one household, CareSource can insure everyone, no matter if it's a newborn, to someone who doesn't have coverage through their employer and they need something through the Marketplace, to the grandparents or someone who's disabled through our Medicare products. So, as Danielle mentioned, we do have a large membership of Medicaid members, the largest in the state. But again, I think that could be a big convenient piece, knowing that one family can be supported by one company for their health insurance. So I think that's huge. because a lot of times people want to kind of stick with what they're familiar and all be on the same company that they trust. So, yep.
And Danielle, what about you in all of your 17 years of experience?
Yes, a lot of times when working with seniors, I hear them say, "Oh, you know what? When I had kids, I had CareSource, and it was the best. But now my kids are 40 years old." And when I tell them, "Oh, you can have CareSource again now, and here's our senior product if you've got both Medicare, Medicaid, and we can work with you on this and that," and they get pretty excited about getting their CareSource back. So that is an enjoyable part for me. And I go to a lot of senior buildings, and the seniors are just great. And it's really sweet when I can help them get back on CareSource. So
yeah, and I think that's people should know that's something to take away from all of this.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And so caresource.com, that's the website to go to. As we mentioned, you'll see, if you log in, like you said, if you log into the website from Ohio, you're going to go directly to the Ohio products. But you may see some others that are, have the GA listed, or Arizona, different places like that. So, obviously you want to be clicking on the ones that are offered by Ohio. And Maurice, I'll just ask you, one final thing. If you're sitting here as a person listening, you may be hesitant, you may be concerned, "Oh, I don't know if I can do all of this." Why is it easy? Why is it easy for people?
Well, I mean, one of the things that that's been make the transition's been a lot smoother for a lot of our members as well as potential members, because if you go to the website, there is assistance for you at the number. You can either make the phone call and speak to someone live and get information about CareSource. Or if you're tech savvy, you can feel free to get on the website and really do your due diligence and search and find the information that you want to know about CareSource. And so once you've done that, the transition to make your decision is a lot smoother for you.
And as Danielle mentioned, there's an app, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you can download the app too. That makes it wonderful. Well, I appreciate you guys spending a couple of hours with me this morning and sharing your knowledge about CareSource. I know it has certainly given a lot of information to people and hopefully helped a lot of people as well. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Pam.
Thank
You're
you.
the best.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And that's a look at Health Week on this very final day. It's been a great week. We appreciate Liberty Health.